everyone, welcome back to my channel motorvibe_110. Alright, let's talk about a legend reborn. The name F-100 isn't just another pickup. It's a badge of honor, a symbol of heritage, a slice of American grit that once ruled the roads and farms across the country. Now, in 2026, Ford has brought the F-100 back, not as a simple throwback, but as a bold evolution. This isn't just retro for nostalgia's sake. It's modern muscle, classic charm, and forward-thinking innovation rolled into one perfectly balanced machine. From the moment you lay eyes on it, the 2026 Ford F-100 announces its presence, not with a whisper, but with a roar that shakes the earth and stirs the soul. The silhouette is unmistakably a nod to the past, yet every line is sharpened, every surface sculpted with purpose. The boxy but smooth front fascia carries that proud horizontal grille, spanning end to end with thick chrome bars and the iconic Ford lettering stamped dead center like a seal of power. The LED headlights are retro-inspired rectangles, encased in modern light signatures that recall the original design while offering 21st-century clarity and technology. And below, the bumper is tough, body-colored or blacked out depending on the trim, with recovery hooks and aerodynamic details that prove this truck is both brawn and brain. Step to the side, and the proportions are clean, confident, and just right. It's not oversized like a modern F-150, but it's not trying to be small either. This is the sweet spot, a midsize full-frame pickup that balances size, strength, and everyday usability. The wheel arches are squared, powerful, and filled with beefy 18 to 20-inch alloys wrapped in all-terrain or performance tires depending on your flavor. The two-door and extended cab versions keep the classic vibes alive, while the crew cab adds a practical, family-ready twist for those who need space for both tools and toddlers. And let's not forget the paint. From timeless shades like Wimbledon white and shadow black to bold choices like Velocity blue and Cyber orange, the F-100 wears every color like a champion. But it's when you climb inside that you realize just how far the F-100 has come. Open the door and you're greeted by a cabin that masterfully blends classic truck DNA with cutting-edge comfort. The dashboard is slab-style, wide and horizontal, with a brushed metal or wood grain insert stretching across its width. The analog-inspired digital cluster brings together old-school dials with the latest graphics tech, giving you a tactile sense of control and clarity. The steering wheel is chunky, three-spoke, with real metal accents and a retro Ford badge at its heart. And the materials? Top-notch. Whether it's the rugged cloth on base trims or premium leather on the Lariat and Platinum models, every stitch feels like it belongs. And don't think for a second this is just about looks. The F-100 backs up its style with real substance. Under the hood, you've got options that cater to every kind of driver. The base engine is a turbocharged 2.3-liter EcoBoost inline-4 making a solid 300 horsepower and 350 pound-feet of torque. It's quick, efficient, and plenty capable for hauling and towing. Then there's the optional 2.7-liter EcoBoost V6, punching out 325 horsepower and 400 pound-feet, ideal for those who want a bit more muscle without sacrificing fuel economy. But the crown jewel, a brand new 5.0-liter Coyote V8, making 430 horsepower and 450 pound-feet of torque. Yes, you heard right. A naturally aspirated V8 in 2026. Ford knows its audience, and they delivered. And for those leaning into the future, there's an all-electric version. Dual-motor all-wheel drive, 480 horsepower, 600 pound-feet of torque, and up to 300 miles of range. It's the kind of silent power that lets you tow a trailer uphill while your passengers sip coffee in serene silence. Instant torque, zero emissions, and that unmistakable Ford toughness, it's a recipe that's hard to beat. The chassis is a fully boxed high-strength steel frame, and the suspension setup has been tuned for versatility. Independent front and rear suspension on higher trims deliver a smooth ride, while the base trims use a leaf spring rear for traditionalists and serious haulers. Whether you're crawling through a rocky trail or cruising down the interstate, the F-100 handles with confidence and grace. The steering is responsive, the brakes are firm, and the ride quality is nothing short of impressive for a body-on-frame truck. And when it comes to capability, the numbers don't lie. Maximum towing capacity tops out at 9,000 pounds depending on the engine and configuration. Payload: over 2,000 pounds in the bed, which comes with optional spray and liner, LED lighting, tie-down cleats, and even a built-in power generator on electrified versions. This truck is made to work, whether you're hauling lumber, ATVs, or the weight of expectations. Technology hasn't been left behind, either. The centerpiece of the cabin is Ford's Sync 5 infotainment system, running on a massive 13.2-inch touchscreen. It's fast, intuitive, and beautifully integrated into the dash. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard, along with over-the-air updates and a voice assistant that actually works. The digital gauge cluster is configurable, crisp, and packed with data, from off-road telemetry to trailer checklists. And if you go for the top trims, you get a full 360-degree camera system, adaptive cruise control, lane centering, blind spot alerts, and even hands-free Blue Cruise driving on approved highways. But beyond the specs, beyond the screens and steel and horsepower, what makes the 2026 F-100 so special is how it feels. It's a truck that doesn't forget where it came from. It knows the stories it carries, the farms, the roads, the generations of drivers who made it a legend. And now, it's ready to write new ones. Whether you're a weekend warrior, a daily commuter, a contractor, or a dreamer, the F-100 adapts to your life without ever asking you to compromise. And that's the magic. Because while some trucks chase numbers, the F-100 delivers soul. It's got the growl, the grit, the glory. It's got utility, style, and that unmistakable blue oval pride. It fits in at the job site, the campsite, or the downtown valet line. It's a nod to the past and a push to the future. A true rebirth, not just a truck, but a declaration. The F-100 is back, and it's better than ever. Pop the hood, and the powertrain options reflect the needs of today's drivers while honoring yesterday's values. Take the 2.3-liter EcoBoost. It's turbocharged, sure, but it's not just about efficiency, it's about torque where you need it most. Hook up a trailer, load the bed, and this engine will pull with surprising strength. It's the kind of motor that reminds you smaller doesn't mean weaker, it just means smarter. The 2.7-liter V6 takes that idea further, offering buttery smooth acceleration and effortless merging power, all while sipping fuel like a compact SUV. But if you're the kind of driver who believes a truck should rumble, roar, and remind the world who's boss, the 5.0 V8 is your soulmate. It's raw, it's mechanical, it's alive. From the moment you turn the key, or press the start button, you feel it in your chest. And when you hit the throttle, the sound alone is worth the price of admission. It's not just performance, it's character. And for those embracing tomorrow, the F-100 Lightning Edition, yeah, they brought the name back, is a masterpiece of engineering. Dual electric motors, near instant acceleration, a frunk that holds everything from groceries to gear, and the ability to power your tools or even your home during an outage. This isn't just a clean truck. It's a smart one, and it drives like nothing else on the road. Inside, the comfort and craftsmanship are top tier. The seats are supportive over long distances, the layout is intuitive, and every switch, knob, and screen feels thoughtfully placed. There's a vintage modern charm here that no other truck can replicate. It feels like home, whether you're hauling hay or hitting the highway. The center console can be folded away to reveal a bench seat in some trims, a beautiful homage to the past. Or, if you opt for the more luxurious versions, you get a deep, leather-trimmed center console with storage for your laptop, tools, or lunch. The back seats, in crew cab models, fold up or down to maximize cargo space, and rear vents, USB ports, and even heated cushions make sure your passengers ride in comfort. Audio comes courtesy of a premium Bang & Olufsen system on higher trims, and it transforms the cabin into a concert hall. Whether you're listening to country, rock, or something a bit more modern, the sound is crisp, rich, and immersive. You'll find yourself making excuses to go for a drive just to hear one more song. And speaking of drives, this truck rides beautifully. It's balanced, controlled. You feel the road, but not in a punishing way. The steering is precise, the throttle response immediate, and the brakes confidence inspiring. And when you want to play, the F-100 doesn't shy away. Off-road trims like the FX4 and Tremor pack locking diffs, skid plates, and terrain modes that let you crawl, climb, and conquer. You've got drive modes for every occasion: normal, tow, haul, sport, slippery, eco, and even rock crawl on off-road trims. Each mode adjusts throttle mapping, shift logic, steering weight, and traction control settings to give you the best performance in any scenario. And with the electronic locking rear differential and optional trail cameras, you can take on obstacles with confidence. Safety hasn't been overlooked either. Standard features include automatic emergency braking, pedestrian detection, cross-traffic alert, and post-collision braking. Upgrade and you get adaptive cruise, evasive steering assist, and even intersection assist. It's not just about protection, it's about prevention. Because a smart truck isn't just built tough. It's built to keep you safe. And then there's customization. Ford knows every truck owner wants to make it their own. So whether it's the bed accessories, wheels, grille designs, or lift kits, there's a catalog of factory and dealer installed options that let you build your perfect F-100. Want a retro look with steel wheels and a bench seat? You got it. Prefer a blacked out street beast with sport suspension and low profile tires? No problem. Off-road ready with beadlock wheels, winch bumpers, and auxiliary lights? Absolutely. This is the kind of truck that starts conversations, turns heads, and leaves impressions. It's not just a mode of transportation. It's a lifestyle, a statement, a return to the golden age of trucks, only better, smarter, and more capable than ever. Ford didn't just bring the F-100 back. They reinvented it. And in doing so, they reminded us why we fell in love with trucks in the first place. So if you've been waiting for a pickup that speaks to your heart as much as your head, if you want capability without compromise, style without excess, and heritage without limitations, the 2026 Ford F-100 is your answer. It's not just a truck. It's a triumph. Welcome back, legend. Welcome back.